Previously on CodeLaunch Next Founder Up.
Just applied to CodeLaunch 2026.
Over 290 U.S. founders applied.
We're going to narrow down to the very best.
I like the idea.
I think people will be over it in 5 minutes.
8 startups became draft eligible, and 6 were chosen.
Welcome to the USA 2026 Improving Professional Coder League Draft.
Pollen, Unibio, Callers, Travel Spoken, 2 Robots Studios, and Drip Inventory.
These 6 startups are fantastic.
But getting drafted only gave them a place in the competition. Each founder still has to build, pitch, and make the live audience believe their company deserves to win.
What does it mean to be a CodeLaunch finalist? It means validation.
And on August 26th, one founder will become the 2026 US CodeLaunch champion. This is CodeLaunch Next Founder Up.
Welcome to the CodeLaunch show. Here is all you gotta know. Bells are ringing, Jason starts singing. Investors in the bag with their watches all blinging. Gotta give the startups what they want. We code, you launch. We code, you launch.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and welcome to the CodeLaunch Professional Coder League Hackathon.
What's up? And welcome to the official CodeLaunch Hackathon by the Improving Software Development Teams happening for the United States Championships of CodeLaunch. Want to see what it's like? Come on in. What we have right here is a room of developers in the wild in their natural habitat. They are one of 6 software development teams working directly with a startup founder to build and scale their existing product. That's why we call it CodeLaunch. We code, you launch.
This is where the work begins. For the next 2 days, each founder will work side by side with a Pro Coder League team.
Team D Underdogs Dallas, coding for Travel Spoken.
We are the defending PCL champions, Team OHIO.
We're Team What We Do, and we're representing 2 robots.
We are Botlanta from Improving Atlanta, representing Drip Inventory.
What's up? We're D-Boys. This year, we're rocking with Unibio.
Team EDI in the house. We are serving collars, and we are going to take CodeLaunch.
Developers, designers, and builders diligently working side by side to get their products ready for the pitch stage.
Just sign the check and let's get the biz.
2 days to solve problems, 2 days to make progress, 2 days to learn the product and help decide what can move forward before the live event.
We gotta get to Dallas!
All my girls can throw it back in on it.
Just touched down in Dallas, Texas, ready for the hackathon.
The 6 companies coming into the build cover very different ground. Pollen is working with environmental data and the air people breathe.
I'm Chris Klein, co-founder of Pollen.
Callers is focused on the skilled trades.
We're Rocco and Sherry Malfisi, and we're co-founders of Collars, where trades hire.
I got everything I need going up.
What's it like running a company with your spouse?
Let's put it this way. When she was in her own industry and I was kind of starting ours, we actually were worse off than we are together. Yeah, we're better together.
We are.
Drip Inventory is tackling inventory, cost, and control.
My name is Riley Dimmery, and our company is called Drip Inventory.
Travel Spoken is using AI to rethink how people plan a trip.
I'm Christopher Walsh, co-founder of Travel Spoken.
Unibio is bringing new science into agriculture.
My name is Matias, co-founder and CEO of Unibio. We are building a new additive that helps farmers to use less chemicals in our food, and it came from upcycling crustaceans like this.
Love that. I love that you got the shrimp in hand with you.
And 2 Robots Studios is building in games and interactive entertainment.
Hi guys, so I'm Zace from 2 Robot Studios. We're building a competitive universe where your wallet doesn't matter if you want to win.
You also have a co-founder. His name is Omar. How did you two find each other?
The way I found him was that I was working in a pho restaurant, but I live in San Jose, California, so it's right next to all like the big tech companies. And I used to be there desperate for a job, going like, hey, here's my resume, can you check me out? And then I got a referral finally to Two Robot Studios, where Omar interviewed me, and then now we got to here. So it's been honestly a crazy journey getting here.
Different industries, different problems, but the same deadline.
Okay, we just have our intro meeting with our team of developer. They are super cool, they're smart people, but it's going to be a difficult challenge. We need to pull data from thousands of papers and develop all that in 2 days. So it's going to be challenging, but we're very optimistic. We're going to find a way to do it.
At the start of a build, every founder arrives with a wish list. The team has to turn that into a plan. What can be built now? What needs to be fixed first? And what has to work before they step onto the CodeLaunch stage?
We can use the same volume and plug it over into here. Or we can mess around with a new thing they just released called S3 Files, which takes S3 and creates a native file system. It's like super new, so I don't know that it's necessarily smart.
For some teams, the path starts to take shape quickly.
Tell us about what it's been like to be part of this Improving PCL hackathon experience.
Oh, it's been incredibly inspiring. Just the amount of work that can be done in such a quick amount of time. Before the hackathon, we would have been still trying to get just the raw data out from the hardware. And now we're going to have a product that delivers it in an instant.
Ooh, instant.
We're at about 2:15 in the afternoon, and we're already reviewing the first iteration of the work that we built this morning.
For others, it's much more complicated.
So what am I trying to do? Connect the
I'm trying to
files?
connect it to here, but you can't press that. And there's a time limit.
Oh, there's a timer. I don't know.
The code does not cooperate. The plan has to change. And with the clock running, the founder has to decide what comes next.
What has it been like now being part of this Improving PCL hackathon experience?
I don't even know how to put it into words because the hardest part is that we couldn't figure out exactly what engine to use. So we're using one of the newest engines made out in the world. It's called Godot and Golang, which are not super saturated fields.
For cars, we had carts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Knowledge of that thing, sure, it built in cars, but do you need that knowledge anymore? Like, does that,
Did you know how the wheel was invented? They actually started with like logs like this.
Yeah.
Until like someone finally came up with the design of doing this for the wheels, right?
Right.
But the very foundation of the shape, which is a circle, still exists. Like, what if this was like so completely forgotten in the future? Yeah, it's innovating it.
It's kind of been a little bit exhausting, but it's been amazing. The stuff we've learned is just going to catapult us to the next level.
It's been a truly bonding experience for our dev team and then for us who's not on the technical side so much, but we're making leaps and bounds.
And so my hope is that we build this, we launch it in private beta. We've got even more that we're gonna do before we launch this for real that's even cooler. Because we just don't have the data for it yet, unfortunately.
Right.
The teams know what they have to do, but with day one of the hackathon coming to a close and fatigue already setting in, who will make the most of day two? It's the final day of Improving's CodeLaunch Hackathon, and the teams are hard at work solving problems and getting their MVPs pitch ready.
We're in day 2 right now of a 48-hour hackathon. 6 startups working with 6 elite software development teams, like Team OHIO working with Pollen. Over here, we've got 2 robot studios. I see a lot of individuals. They represent 2 robots.
If 3 is already true and it's already equal to true, then how does it do?
Let's get a sneak peek at what's happening with Unibio. I want to introduce you to Drip Inventory. We've got collars from Chicago, Illinois. My hometown, might I add. And our collars founders are tucked away, working diligently on both helping this team and getting ready for their big pitch at the CodeLaunch US Finals.
This part of the competition tests more than the technology. It's a mental test for the founder.
I've been up since 6 in the morning, and I have about 5 more calls left. So, crunch time now.
What's one thing you've had to sacrifice because you decided to become a founder?
As we go through the list of the sacrifices, one thing that I've had to sacrifice is really taking a break.
What practice do you have, if any, to be able to just center yourself and then get in the right headspace?
Just breathing for a minute, closing my eyes, and kind of just centering that and calming everything down. As soon as you start to feel the anxiety and the chest kind of tighten a little bit, just remembering, okay, we got this and we're gonna pull it off.
This is literally all the detail planning, all the polish that's going on in day 2. Jake is doing all the heavy lifting back here in the corner, wiring things up to make it all flow. This is where the real work is getting done.
I actually question how I do it all, but essentially, here it is. No time to breathe, just packed back-to-back meetings.
By the end of the build, no one is walking away with a finished product, but each founder will leave with something stronger than they had when they arrived. A viable MVP and a better shot at winning over the audience.
Day 2 hackathon with D underdogs. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't see that, it's confidential.
After the hackathon is over, where do you see the product being versus where it otherwise would have been had you not had the experience?
I think it's cool. The Improving team wanted to know so much history about what we were building and why we were building it. And I don't know how much I should share in this moment, but what we're building and demoing ended up having such a rooted story in Rocco's legacy tradesman story, in our family story, and what we ended up building, I think, ended up being a more personal item than we ever considered would happen.
It's just incredible how experienced the CodeLaunch dev team is.
Going from a volume to a scaled service is pretty easy.
It's easy, yeah. It's right now your TR core is set up to point to Postgres on localhost.
They scan a bottle and it takes them 2 to 3 minutes, right, for that to point to come back to them.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be that.
Right.
It's going to be seconds.
Yeah, if it's seconds, then that's fine.
I mean, it's been difficult. It's been promising. We've made a lot of really great strides. So I think all in all, it's been something I'll never forget.
Now, with their PCL teams beside them, the stage is getting closer. And soon, each founder will have to stand in front of a live audience and a panel of judges to find out who will become the 2026 US CodeLaunch champion.
What would it mean for your company, and what would you do if you win the $50,000 World Championship investment?
It will be a great honor, first. But secondly, it is going to help us significantly to deploy this tool.
I mean, that helps deliver our modeling globally. It doesn't take much, and we're really close.
I mean, 50K is obviously big money. My first thing is to really give back to my studio. How do we scale the game while keeping my studio members accounted for, so that their only worry is how we could expand the universe to all of the players worldwide.
We are literally finishing the hackathon. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. Surprisingly still filled with energy. I think that's just because of how inspiring this has been.
It all goes down only in one place, and that's CodeLaunch.
Next time on CodeLaunch Next Founder Up.
It's the very best sense we've ever had.
The teams prepare for the live event, the founders get ready to face the audience, and one of the teams will take the next step toward the global stage.
You're not gonna wanna miss it.
What you doing over here, man?